We are live. Hello.
We back.
It is.
Good evening,
Beautiful.
wonderful people.
Tuesday
It
is the
is.
place to be on Pink Flags.
Yes.
Right. And it's beautiful a couple of days before greedy eat it up everything day. So our topics match up perfectly for this. The holidays.
The holidays. How do you know if somebody, you and that special someone, are cuffed up just for this season, or you can make it to forever? This is what we want to know. And we're going to talk about how, like, the holidays is a very telling time. Like, first of all, what do you think is a good gift? What's like, I remember your first Christmas with, hi, Debbie. I remember Mrs. Williams' first Christmas with the hubby. It was a gift of fucking llama and a trip to Hawaii.
Yes, yes. Trip to Hawaii. It was amazing. Like, yeah. Hawaii was the telltale sign because we rang in. We did it around the holidays. We rang in New
Me
Year's.
too, Debbie. We should get together.
It
Right.
was good. It was good. So now we're talking about if you meet someone and they hate
Can't
Christmas.
hang with your holiday traditions.
Now,
You
I
see,
wouldn't say can't hang with their holiday traditions because,
Or
like,
don't
say you
respect it in the same way. Or don't celebrate.
right, but like you can ease them into that because I've done that. Like,
right. See, that's my thing that I was saying. I was like, some families
I've never got
don't
eased in, but I've got eased out.
some families aren't like you're not raised the traditional um holiday, Christmassy, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. Like me, my mother, she didn't want us to feel left out, so she did some things definitely. But we was raised Muslim. We were
mm,
raised under the Nation of Islam.
See, why are we just finding this? I'm sure Sean knew, and I know that
No,
you
you
know what?
no,
I
listen.
did
Sean
not
didn't.
know that.
No,
Yeah,
Sean
No,
didn't
I
know.
did
know
not.
this. This is like news
That's not like something I talk about a lot.
He did.
putting
When
this
I
on my
tell you
co-host
that's
on
crazy.
live on the air.
Right, like in my early younger age days, like
So
my
you
mom's was like
are you like the
really,
wise X?
huh? Oh
Are you
yes, definitely,
okay?
definitely, and that's funny because that's how you were like referred to. So I was under the Nation of Islam for like a good 4 or 5 years, maybe even if that long. Then we moved, and my mother went through her phase of different religions. We were Nation of Islam, Catholics, Protestants. She went through the different things. So at one time, we weren't really celebrating certain holidays, but then we were celebrating holidays. So it was like by the time I was a teenager, I really didn't give a damn about no holiday.
See, for me, I was raised in the apostolic faith, and we didn't believe in no nothing, no holidays at all, none of that. We wasn't celebrating Christmas. We wasn't watching TV. We wasn't wearing pants. We wasn't wearing none of that. So, but for my children, I still for my kids, once, I grew up and, stepped away from my mom's home, I wanted that for my kids. I wanted them to have great Christmases. I wanted them to have Halloween. Took me a long time to get with. I didn't really do Halloween, but I let their families to take them every year to do Halloween with them. But for me, like being raised in the church, Halloween was like the devil's holiday, like kind of
Right.
thing.
Which is
A
so
pagan
stupid.
a
I'm
pagan
sorry.
ritual.
Like, don't I'm definitely anybody that thinks that like Halloween is like celebration of Satan is so wrong.
No, a lot
Right.
of people still believe
A
that.
lot of people
No,
believe that.
I know a lot of people still believe it, and it's like bananas to me. I'm sorry, and you know what? If you want to hit me up on the chat sometime after the episode is over and school me as to why you believe this, please go ahead. But I'm not gonna like talk. We're not gonna change the topic into like what you believe Halloween is or not.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Like in my family, my father had two best friends, and first of all, my both my parents came from like big, loud, crazy, like party families. It was like music and dancing for no real good reason. And then my father had two best friends who lived on the block with us. One's birthday was December 23rd, and one's birthday was December 24th. I didn't know that till I was an adult. I just thought that like all the grown-ups in my life started turning up the weekend before Christmas and did not stop till New Year's
Hmm.
because that's what it felt like. It felt like there was a different, like, I don't even remember anybody mentioning it was anybody's birthday, but there was always like dinners and cakes and drinks and somebody, like sneaking adult things like sangria and, pina coladas and things like that. Like, like I could drink when I was 11. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah. My father,
Look, I
like,
don't think we knew that.
yeah,
We learning a lot about each other today.
yeah. No, one time my dad like went to make a drink and he's like, "Where'd the liquor go?" And he asked my sister, and she's like, Maybe Barbara knows." My sister was like, "I'm like 11," so my sister's like, mm, mm, 8, maybe. And my
Yikes.
father's like, "Oh, you think you can drink?" And I roll in the house because like our front door went right straight out. I roll in the house on my roller skates, and my father's like, "Come here." I keep rolling, rolling, rolling into the kitchen. He lines up 2 shots. "So you think you could drink?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And you see me take a shot. I can take a shot. I can shoot the whiskey.
Right.
And there's my like 11-year-old roller skating ass. Shot the whiskey,
Oh my Lord.
did a swirl, and rolled on out. I think that was like the one of the worst moments in my father's life. Because like I'm the oldest I'm the oldest of several daughters, and I can shoot whiskey at 11 while wearing roller skates. You, my man, have a serious problem.
Right, right. Right.
Like, all right, yeah. Like I didn't even have my like monthly yet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
like
thought I was advanced. I thought I was
nah.
advanced.
No, we're not
Mm.
going to talk about your advancement, bro. Not tonight.
You're
No, 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 no.
your your skills lied in a different area.
Right.
Your advancements probably in the 21st century would send your neighbors to jail.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
let's
definitely.
just put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
what seemed like important educational lessons for a young man may constitute child sexual abuse today.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
100%.
Yes.
But
But also with me, in the 80s, the mid 80s, going into the 90s, everybody also was God body. So they weren't eating pork.
ah,
We weren't. So I was friendly with a lot of the gods and the earths and stuff like that. So, but like I said, I was like Sean when
no
I
wonder
had
you
my
clean feet.
kids, huh?
No wonder you like clean feet.
Oh yes, yes.
Yes. Okay.
But I like my kids to participate.
Hmm.
And my ex wasn't into none of that shit. So, I wasn't trying to disrespect what she was into. So I was like,
Right.
yo, whatever my kids wanted for Christmas, and her family was big into Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. So by the time I had my kids and I was married, I wasn't really participating in none of that other stuff anyway. So it was like, all right, let's go. But like I said, I feel like Sean said, a person it kind of depends on how you was raised. So if you wasn't raised doing none of that, you really don't know about it. So somebody could ease you into it, and you might be like she said, now Kevin is like, oh my God, I love this shit. So it may be one of those situations, or you may run into somebody that's just a pure ass and a grouch. And but I think when it comes to that, that's just a person that's not willing to participate in the relationship, don't care about your feelings. Because if you're my woman and you're really into something and you're trying to do certain things, as your man, I want to have your back. So I'm there with you. If we're going to wear the ugly sweaters, let's wear the hell out of the ugly sweaters. If we're going to wear the matching Christmas outfits, let's wear the hell out of the matching Christmas outfits.
Outfits this Christmas.
Oh, you're going to make my man do the matching outfit?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, my family gets dressed up. Like, I will be dressed up on Thursday when I go. Like, on Thursday when we have Thanksgiving dinner, and on Saturday when we celebrate my sister's anniversary. Happy 30th anniversary to Bridget and Mark Toscano. 30 years. They are like stupid in love.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And they've really made like the kind of life that all of us want and deserve.
Hold on, you said your sister's been
My
married for
sister
30 years?
has been 30 years.
I didn't think that shit happened anymore.
No, no, no. My sister has been married for 30 years to
my
a guy
brother,
that she met when she was 20 years old.
Kevin's
Well,
brother,
Sean's gonna be married the next 100 years, so
Yep.
brother married 20, and his other brother is married 25.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
no, yeah. Kevin's
Mhm.
family, they're like very family people. They are
That's a
very family
beautiful
people. Like,
thing.
they've been like unbelievable to me. Like, yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, it happens.
yeah.
I've been married to myself the last 20 years.
Get on my nerves.
Me and Bob, we've been going strong for a long, long time. I was gonna put on a honey fund before I
Mm-hmm.
went to Ireland. I was gonna put a picture of me and Bob and like
Mm.
put it out there that you can fund our romantic trip to
I
your
yeah.
Bob, the battery operated boyfriend.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Because you know
now
what? Bob's down for whatever. Never talks back.
I would
Watches
never
whatever I want on TV.
no.
I mean, easy to travel with.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. You know, he roots for the Packers every week.
Now
What
he
do you want?
Yeah,
Who?
your Packers have been rough, but okay.
Yeah, that's why Bob might be my ride or die.
I hear you.
Yeah,
You're a
Bob
rider.
is too cute and ready.
oh,
Um,
like I'm feeling like I'm blushing right now. Like I feel like
but just saying. Yeah, and he does light up my Christmas tree.
I'm
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Very good.
so now, was I know you have posed the question.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Wise has another question that
Holidays and families and all that other
Right, right.
yeah.
Like this is another one, Sean, I tell you. Like a lot of people used to bug out that I'm still around my ex and stuff. But I always tell people like, yo, this is the mother of my kids. We don't have nothing romantic. We sit there, we'll eat, we'll drink, and that's it. I feel even if you are not together, you should be able to coexist for the sake of your kids.
The only way I believe you should still, this is just me.
Hmm.
The only way I think you should still be in an ex life is if there's kids. If
Right.
there's no kids at the breakup, I'm crying because you're dead.
Right. Like, yeah, I
Like
agree with that.
I don't believe in I don't believe in that whole being friends with every ex you ever had and all this other stuff. No. I feel like first and foremost, I like to move on with my life. You know what I'm saying? And secondly, like I don't, like we was just talking downstairs with my sister-in-law, my friend. Like, and why you brought this question up too. Um Exes who still are around for the holidays.
Hmm.
Like family who still is holding on to an ex that, do you believe that is okay? If it's now, if it's your baby mother, whatever, and you're with somebody, she's with somebody, y'all is happy and everybody's coexisting, to me that's one thing. But if y'all don't have no kids and the family's still inviting over the ex and all this other stuff, do you think that's okay?
Hell
because
to the no.
because it's the holidays.
Hell to the no. If you don't have no kids in common, I don't give a fuck if we dated for 30 years.
Not
If,
30.
if we don't have kids in common,
What's the point?
right,
There
right.
is, it's
And,
Right.
like,
and
but
all right,
Brian,
but I'm also gonna flip it a little bit.
Let's flip it.
If you don't have kids in common, do you feel it's still cool to be friends with your ex?
No, I just said,
If you in another relationship,
even if I'm alone and with Bob, my battery operated boyfriend, I don't think it should be. I don't think I feel like people should move on. If you and your boy, like, first of all, who befriends every freaking ex that they ever had? To me, there's an issue there.
but what if you feel this was like your best friend, y'all were tight at one time, and y'all just whatever happened, and now y'all broke up, but
I
you
do
still
have this
wanted.
one person that I was kicking it with for a time when I was very young,
Hmm.
and we we remained friends. We were never like we were never like seriously involved.
That's how you can remain friends if you're not seriously involved. But if you was seriously romantically involved in a committed relationship and you broke up and you really love that person, I don't believe you could be friends with somebody like that if there's no kids involved. Now, if there's kids involved, the common denominator is the children and the
Right.
common love is the children. But if you were romantically involved with somebody and it ended, then what we doing?
Yeah, like in this particular case, like I remember I was like 20, and I said to my mom that I thought I was like in love with this guy, and she's like, "No, you're not."
Right.
And my my mother was very Christian, and I am sure that she didn't want to tell me like this is your first friend with benefits, and that it was just a good friend to have. But she was like, "You're not in love with this guy," and I was like, "I think I am." And again, my mother would never say anything like, "No, honey, you're just a little dick busy." But
But the whole thing with that is, like I said, it's like the conversation I had was this was like a good friend, a best friend, And when I feel depressed and I speak to that person, I feel better. My
So
answer,
that go be with that person.
my answer was
Then
I
what
feel,
is the barrier to being with that person? What's there's got to be like a red flag that she ain't mentioning.
oh no, it's issues, but my whole thing with that is I feel if you should be able to converse with your man, your woman,
Right.
like, and if you can't converse with them, there's a problem, there's an issue. But like people feel if a person is a friend, no matter what, I should be able to converse with them. And I feel like you said, that's a big red flag. But
Yeah.
you know me, I step back, I'm like, yo, I give my opinion and then I'm like, yo, I'm out because I feel I feel that's too mixed up.
Yeah.
I feel when you open up stuff like that, you open up old feelings,
And you're
new
talking to that
feelings.
person like you right, like you said, you're talking to that person because there's an emotional connection.
Right.
And if you are opening up that emotional connection, then there's no boundaries. There's lines being all sorts of lines being crossed because of the simple fact is you ain't gonna talk to that person and if that person decide to flirt or that person decide to be like, because I remember when all of that gets slid in
Oh yes, it
at
Yeah.
does.
every
Oh,
time.
And
no.
even if you check them, they do it again. Then you check them, they do it again. So where is the boundaries?
There is none when you're talking to an ex and you
Because
got to make.
this was someone who used to be that you used to be in love with. They know where the buttons are.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you're like, oh, my new boyfriend doesn't do X or Y or Z. They're going to step right in. And just this once, even if they've never done it again, they're going to do X and Y and do Z twice. And
That's it.
then
And
you're
see,
like,
that's what I say.
ooh,
And I didn't see, I'm not as articulate as Barbara, but that's what I felt. I said, this person knows your where the buttons to push.
Yep.
They know your feelings and things of that nature. So of course I'm gonna say every fucking thing I know deep down inside you want to hear, even if it's not sincere. But I know what you want. I know what you like. I know what you liked about me before. And then when you're telling me, oh, I'm depressed and I'm feeling so, oh, I'm here for you. I'll be that ear. Of course you'll be that ear because you
Because
know
you're
what.
waiting for your opportunity so you could jump back in.
Right. So is it sincere? Is it truly a friendship?
No.
Especially if you're trying to throw little shit in there.
It's a situationship and you're waiting for the opportunity for it to be back to
Right.
a relationship.
Now let me ask you, how would you feel if this person was locked up?
I wouldn't give a
well,
hell.
first of all,
No, if this person was locked up
locked.
and yeah,
I no, I don't do locked up. I don't care what the reason was.
no, but they're your friend. You're talking to them as
No,
a friend.
he's saying like you have your man and your confidant is locked up. I wouldn't care because unless he killed 12 people and is never getting out, there's like there's still that window of opportunity.
Yeah. I first of all, like, what did they do to get in there? What
Yep.
were the circumstances that led them?
But see, I don't even look at it like what did they do to get in there. I look at it like, all right, they're in there. You you're still being a friend to them. You're still conversing, but they like it's certain things I say that's off limit. And when they go to the point where it's no longer off limit, For me, like Sean said, that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's
There's
called
no.
Robin Thicke, not Robin Thicke. What's this dude's name that had the song "Blurred Line"?
Oh,
There's a
Robin
blurred,
Thicke, yeah.
right, Robin
Robin
Thicke.
Thicke.
There's a
And he
blurred
blurred
line
that
for
line.
a reason.
Hmm.
Well, he blurred that line all over the damn
Well,
place.
yeah, he definitely blurred his line,
Yeah,
but there's a blurred line for a reason, and you got to understand, like you may be looking at things from one perspective, and I'm trying to be a friend. That person's looking at it from another perspective. When I get out of here, we gonna follow things up,
Yeah, that's
trying
gonna
to tell
happen.
you
and I'm softening you up, and I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna be here for you, and I got your back, and we're friends. But let me tell you something. If you was truly friends and it was truly real, you would have still been together now.
And that's what I think. That's what I feel. Like you can't say, "Oh, this is my very best friend in the whole wide world," and but y'all can't be together, and y'all was together before. That don't
And
that
the
don't
reason
that don't
it
match up.
was it was some real reasons that y'all broke up.
Nah, then
So
no, then
but
that's not your friend.
like I said, I like people look at me like I'm crazy, and this same person, oh, you know you probably never was in love or nothing like that. And I
I
said
there you
there's
go.
a difference. No, but to me there's a difference between being in love and not being smart about being in love. My thing is, if a person truly loved me, they would never do nothing to hurt me.
I
I
agree.
wouldn't do nothing to hurt them.
I
And
agree.
once you do hurt me, you know how I am, Sean. Once I'm hurt,
It's no
that
time.
brick wall is up now. And
Yeah,
it's no coming back. It's no breaking down that wall. But I can't tell other people how to be. So where I may not be that forgiving, that next person could be that forgiving. But my whole thing I was trying to tell this person is any man or woman, if you're reaching out to someone else for that head, that shoulder to lean on, no man or woman is gonna feel that. Like, no, nobody's gonna be happy with that. I
no,
don't care how close you guys were at one time. I don't think nobody's gonna feel that. But I guess some people don't look at it that way. And then on top of that, if you're opening up to someone else and they're your shoulder to lean on, I guess you feel your man or woman can't be that shoulder to lean on. So that says a lot there also.
exactly.
yep,
And one of the biggest things is like when I was going through my breakup, I was like, at the beginning, if you hurt me, you would unhurt me. And there
and
was
they
a lot of incidences of hurt where you didn't turn around and unhurt me. But now you had a person that in the past hurt you and hurt you and hurt you and did not bother to unhurt you or rectify their situation or change their patterns. And now they're going to come and give you like the shoulder to cry on. Well, they didn't do anything to rectify their pattern. So
right,
what's that about? Like, why are you even telling them?
right,
You want you want to find the new potential, you want to find your next new, you'll find another person. Like,
I
let's not even start with this whole bullshit. Like, oh, he was so good to me. If he was so good to you
go
and
together.
put you before anything else, A, probably wouldn't have done whatever got him incarcerated. A, B, would have definitely moved heaven, hell, and earth to unhurt you from that last straw thing.
I agree.
Because, you know, we are not Mitches. We are not Mitches. We are not really blindsided. You know, When
Oh, Mitch Wise is we watch Married at First Sight. So
yeah,
this
we watched Married at First Sight, and
baby.
we've come to the conclusion that Dave was a Mitch.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
And even though the guy's name is actually Mitch, I remember in Hollywood Husbands of Beverly Hills with Kevin Hart,
Yeah, yeah.
he used to call his dude his Mitches.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was the name of it, like Hollywood Husbands or whatever. Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
real. I forgot.
Real,
Real Husbands of Hollywood. That's what it is.
Real Husbands of Hollywood, whatever. Yeah.
Right.
And he used to call them Mitches. I forget who was like JB Smoove was the Mitch.
Yes.
Was the Mitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've watched that a few times.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I also see it like if that person truly cared or whatever, right? They would and they wouldn't wait all these years until they see you in a vulnerable state to
No, that's true.
apologize for what
Yeah.
they did back in the days. To
I
me,
agree.
that's manipulation. I
Yeah,
know you're in a certain situation now. I know you're feeling weak and you're depressed and you're whatever. So everything you want to hear, I'm saying. And I apologize for all the negative stuff I did to you back in the days, boo. But you waited until I'm in a certain state to say that.
yeah,
So like you said earlier, I know what buttons to push. I know how to talk to you. I
Because
know what you like,
the
what you
first
don't
guy,
like.
the first ex, he installed the buttons.
that's true.
Yeah.
But like I said, all you could do is give a person your opinion, and the people are gonna feel how they feel. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, you just a hater." Some people are gonna say you don't know what you're talking about. Some people are gonna say, "I know what I'm doing. You can't tell me."
Yeah,
So you say what you say and you keep it moving. But I tell people you got to understand, like, everybody's not sincere. Like I told like I told another young lady before. I said she said men and women can be friends. And I said, yeah, yeah, some of them can, but most of them can't.
right,
I said, especially if the guy starts out and you know the guy want to smash.
right.
He's not being your friend because who the hell is that? He's
I
not being
yeah, where did he come from? Where did he
he's
come
not being your friend because he sincerely wants to be your friend. He's being your friend because he's attracted to you. He wants to smash. Now, you do have friends that have never tried to sleep with you, have never tried to take you out, but that is what it is, you know.
um ambassador, like your regency or whatever you want to be called. Like what do you mean by this? The main tradition of
Yeah,
holidays, main tradition and gift giving.
yeah. I don't-
Um, if we've had more than if if we've engaged in more activities than like watching TV and having coffee, your ass better get me a gift. I don't care if it costs $10. I don't care if it costs $100. I really don't care. But if you intend on continuing the relationship with the special benefits after the holidays, something, a coffee mug, fine. Um, Change purse works. Gift card, I'm good with it. You want to get better, be better, but yeah, somebody better observe the traditions.
But that's also something to talk about. When like if you know you're gonna really start dating, um, let that person know, like, all right, I'm not into this, I'm not into that. And then, like you said, if you're a person that's deeply into the gift giving and stuff like that, now you know you can't fuck with this person. It's no dealing with them. Like they're not into it. You are. We can't mix. That's all right.
That's
Yeah,
what
'cause I'm not about like, oh, I have to wait 90 days before I smash somebody if I'm in a new relationship, or there's got to be, because I used to have like a list of dates that I would have to go on before like I was in the relationship.
Hmm.
But my thing is like, after we've been hanging out, like, if that's all you're looking for, I got Bob. You know, Bob don't
Bob.
Bob doesn't talk. Bob doesn't like the Giants. Like, I got Bob. You're not doing me any real favors here. So do something that makes me feel like, oh,
Right.
he's better than
You
Bob.
want to feel special,
Yeah.
and it's nothing wrong with that.
Girly.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants to feel special,
Yes.
but the person making you feel
Taking
special,
a
are they
turn.
sincere? People have ulterior motives in this world sometimes. I think everybody has an ulterior motive.
Well, I tell you, romantic love is not unconditional. Unconditional love is for babies and pets.
Right, right. Uh,
You can expect shit from your houseplants.
So the gentleman that's talking, he's saying like the pressure, the expectation of giving gifts. He's not a gift giver. He's not, and even with his family, like it was a pressure to give gifts. So that's what he's asking, like the what, like our opinions on like
No, no, no. Your ambassadorship, this is what we're about. Like, you want to ask us the questions? We got the answers.
but see, the thing with that, my answer to the ambassador is there should not be a issue. If your people truly love you and care, if you gave them a hat and a scarf, that's a gift.
but he's saying he don't like that pressure of having to give the gift. Like it's pressure that come Christmas, I gotta give X amount of people gifts or whatever
So
like
do it
that.
like we do in my family. If you have
We
an
do
X
grab
amount of
bag now
people,
because
you do like a grab bag.
yeah,
The person that you get in the grab bag, you get that one person the gift. That's
yeah.
it.
And it does make, like, my family every year we were getting 8 adults gifts. Now, and we were getting 8 adults crappy gifts.
Hmm.
Now we each get 8 people get one adult a really good gift, and that's what's up. And then you open it up on Christmas morning. Like, my one brother-in-law that I never thought like got me. Like, I
Hmm.
didn't think that he kind of, because I'm different than his wife, even though she's my sister. He got me one of my best gifts I ever got the first year he had me for a grab bag. And it is a gift that I use every day. He got me this big, white, fluffy hotel style spa robe. And I take that into the bathroom with me and wrap myself up in it in the shower every single day, unless it's hot.
But I also feel, and this is for the ambassador once again, I also feel there's nothing wrong with not giving gifts. Nothing at all. If you and your spouse or you and your significant other speak it, talk it out, and y'all have the understanding that, listen, I'm not into this. This isn't for me. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong whatsoever. Just because Barbara loves holidays and Sean loves holidays, that doesn't mean Wise has to love holidays. It
Right.
does mean that I can't date Barbara and I can't date Sean because that's something they're really deeply into. Now, even for like Thanksgiving, I I hate to put it like this, but I don't give a fuck about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a whack holiday. It's not real.
No,
It's full of shit. They came here, slaughtered the Indians. So I don't want to celebrate them slaughtering the Indians. But
I celebrate it because it's good food.
no, but listen, this is how
I
I'm
don't
breaking it down.
celebrate for no other
You know what I
reason.
celebrate? I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving, or I take from Thanksgiving and celebrate with my family. I celebrate loving my family.
Exactly.
It's not about, oh, the pilgrims came to America and fuck all that. We already know the whole knowledge behind that.
that's
But
bullshit. It's the whole thing is bullshit.
right,
But
but
it is about making things.
right.
Uh, just before the broadcast, I made two gluten free. I made two vegan pies because this year some of the people that I love they can't eat
Uh-huh.
certain things. Like um, Dave's daughter, who I still love as much as I ever did, she has celiac. She can't have gluten. And
Mm-hmm.
my niece is, trying to figure out what's going on with what she can eat and what she can't eat. And I was like, I got you. I'm going to make this for you. I'm going to make a vegan pie and a vegan banana pudding. Um,
Mm. And see, I do my banana pudding. Sean know I kill the banana pudding. But
well, I can kill a banana pudding, but I can't have dairy anymore.
oh, okay.
Figure out, like, I got to figure out, like, this new way of celebrating, like, this new way of,
And you see what the ambassador just said? He's like, he give gifts whenever it comes up, whenever he think they can use it. It's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing
that
because
is,
you're caring about your people.
is
You're
a,
still looking out for somebody, and
The
it's not
holiday.
about a holiday. It's you're giving because you care. So that's sincere. As long as you sincere, to me, that's all that matters in any situation in life. Sincerity, really caring about someone, really being there for someone.
Yeah.
So the holidays is cool. Christmas is cool. Thanksgiving is cool if that's what you into. Any holiday, Easter, all that stuff, like it depends on the people, it depends on the family, it depends on the situation.
Hmm.
But you know, it's just it's just about how you perceive things.
Right.
yeah. And, the ambassador is saying that he feels like he has obligations. And that's, you know what? That's like that's kind of like one of the things that Pink Flags is about. Like, are you going to have a lasting love or a lasting resentment?
Right.
And that's what we're trying. We know, we know the people that watch our podcast, that listen to our podcast, are smart enough to know that if somebody like on the second date goes into the bathroom and like does 7 lines of blow, it's pretty much like that is the end of your relationship at that moment, unless
Right.
it's something that you are particularly into.
Right. Or if
Right.
somebody is you're on a date and the first thing they're talking about is they want you to gift them a Burberry bag. That's a problem. That's
Exactly.
a problem.
And
So yeah, gifts should never be it should never be forced upon anyone or
Right.
force you to give anyone. You should be given from your heart. So
Right.
like you said, when he sees someone needs something, he reaches out and give it to him. I would prefer somebody do that for me than to give me a Christmas gift. I tell
That,
my kids every year, and they hate when I say this. My kids go, "What do you want for me for Christmas, Dad?" My answer
as a
every
daughter of a dad,
huh?
that is a bullshit cop out.
No, no, but let me tell you what's my answer every year. I want you to succeed in life.
Aw.
And they be like, Dad, stop.
Get
So
you
they'll figure out what they want to get me.
just you know what? Get me slippers. Get me a new pair of gloves. Like
Like, I really don't care about gifts. I'm 55. I don't care about gifts.
it's not
But
about
Bro,
you.
you 55?
I'll be 55 in like
When that happened?
6 days,
What date is your birthday?
December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Oh,
He understands his nephew because his is the second.
Right, right.
oh, that was my sister's birthday. My sister that is no longer here in the earth.
I
It's
That
know
was,
just
she was a great person just because she was a Sagittarius.
yeah,
you get on my nerve.
that's why we have this like
The
boom
six.
boom relationship. Because I'm a Leo and you're a Sagittarius.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. Layla's significant other is a Leo.
you guys
So,
butt had something bad.
yes, yes,
That's funny.
definitely. But the whole thing, like I said, with all of this is everything should be about sincerity. Even for the holidays, even for like in any relationship, even with family. All right, let me tell you about this. Certain people in my family, I know I couldn't sit with them on Thanksgiving because it'll turn into an instant fight. So
What?
I don't want to sit there and argue and fight on tonight. So you go do your thing, enjoy your turkey, take the turkey leg and stuff it up your ass. But
What the hell?
but no, because I'm not gonna pretend for family or nobody.
Yeah, we know that about you, bro.
So at the end of the day, if you can't be in a good place, like don't be around people for Thanksgiving. Be with the ones you love, be with the ones you care about, be with the ones that you know got your back. And when I say they have your back, sometimes people get it twisted. Having your back don't mean I'm agreeing with everything you say or do.
For fact.
Having my back don't mean you agree. Because Sean always screams on me about something. Barbara screams on me about something. But I know they have my back. That don't mean you don't love me because we disagree.
Right.
Sometimes you love me more because you disagree with me.
Right.
I'm
Like,
safe to argue with you, which is really big for me.
right.
There are very few men in my life, like now, then, tomorrow, next week, yesterday, whatever, that I feel very safe to express myself and argue with. And you are definitely like high on the list of men that I I'll tell you exactly what's going on in my mind, in my heart, and it's like it's a beautiful thing. It's
Oh
great
yeah.
to have.
And I feel blessed and I feel honored for that. And
Oh,
like
look
I
at
said,
y'all.
really
All
like
warm and fuzzy before Thanksgiving.
no, but Sean to tell you, I don't
We're
open up
thankful
to
for each other.
right. I don't
Yeah.
open up to a lot of people. Like
No, he
it's funny. I'm very well liked by a lot of people, but I don't embrace a lot of people. If you understand what I'm saying,
I
like
know. I
when
know you, so I get it.
when I was at work, I wasn't that level three or sergeant, whatever you want to say, that everybody hated. I was embraced, but that doesn't mean everybody's my friend. That don't mean I'm gonna go out and have dinner and drinks with everyone. Like it takes a certain crew for me. Like we kept our circle real small and real close because you know how people get down. So even like I said, when it comes to the holiday and when it comes to who you let in that circle, you better make sure your circle is sincere and on point. Because everybody that smiles at you is not for you.
Look at that girl. That
I
girl.
agree.
Look at that girl who just was in the news.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. that her friends killed her. That's what you talking about, Shawnee?
Yep. Yep. Went all the
But
way to
like I said,
Mexico and
like
killed
I
her.
constantly say, everybody's not there for you. Just because like you have I always said the ones that could hurt you are the closest ones to you.
Yep.
And it's like you guys said earlier, when you're with someone for 1, 2, 3 years or whatever, they know what buttons to push. They know how to manipulate. They know what to do, what to say.
Yeah.
So I always been the person like, yo, when it's over because it's over for a reason. Now, I'm not that well, I almost said a lie, but I only did it one time. I'm
What?
not a person that if I saw an ex out in the street, I would walk past them because I did do that one time.
First of all, I
Something with me that
that
day.
oh, I witnessed you do that. So
But I know you witnessed, that's what I said. I know you witnessed me doing that,
yes.
but I did that for a reason. I felt that person tried to play me, tried to take advantage of the kindness of my heart. So now I'm gonna show you the other side. When I showed you the nice side, you didn't respect that. So now I'm gonna show you the fuck you. If you fall off a building, too bad. If you're on fire, I wouldn't piss on you. I'll show you that side now. Because, like I said, as iceboxed as people say I could be,
You're
people
loving though. I joke with you. Y'all listen. I say
right,
my brother's an icebox, but that is just a long standing joke. He
right,
really is loving. He really is loving. He just don't take no shit from nigga.
right. If you down with me, I would give you my
Right.
laugh.
He just don't take shit. That's what he really is a loving person.
Right, because like I said, everybody's grown. And and you know, if you're grown, you know what you're doing. So don't
I
play the
agree.
games. Don't play the games. Don't deal with the bullshit. I'd rather a person be straight up with me, say this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I'll take, this is what I won't take. And I could respect that. I don't like games. I've never been into games.
Right.
Never. Even as a
No.
little kid.
I don't play with games. I don't do games
Right.
because
Even as a little kid, I wasn't into games.
Look, like that comedian said, go play with your mammy, don't play with me.
That's right. That's right. And some people like games. Some people think it's cool. Some people think that's the move. To me, the only games I would play is bedroom games.
Wow.
That's different. But when you're playing with a person's heart, when you're playing with a person's feeling, when you're playing with a person's mind, motherfuckers kill people over stuff
Yep.
like
Yep. Yep.
that. So I don't
You
play
gotta
games.
beware. Yeah, that's a fact.
Right. If we're dating, I'm not gonna try to do some messed up shit to you and play with your feelings because I wouldn't want that done to me. Now I'm
Right.
not the dude that if I find out you playing games, I'm gonna kill you. You ain't worth that much to me. I value what I
Your
have out
own
here.
life.
Right. I value what I have out here. But there are people that, yo, you play with me, I'm gonna kill your ass.
They're gonna kill you.
And I'm willing to do the years for it. I don't understand that. But there's also people that are broken. So because they're broken, now you're messing with their psyche, they're gonna break you.
That's a fact.
And that's what I say. That's why I like certain things you don't do. Certain certain things you leave shut. You don't open up certain feelings. You don't do certain things.
Right.
You gotta remember, like, yo, that was then, this is now. I can't open that back up.
Right.
Then you gotta also remember, like, yo, I'm in a relationship. I'm dealing with somebody. I know they ain't gonna like the fact that I'm pouring out my heart to this next person. So, I hear you two young ladies that just said, ain't no way in hell y'all be cool with that. But there may be some people out there that's cool with that.
They got
There are some people out there that's cool with everything.
right.
That's true. There are some people that are so confident, like they're so confident that their love for you is the thing that they'll like overlook it.
Right. But
Right.
that's not many.
True, but that's stupid.
That's not many.
Yeah,
Because
the
like I said,
ambassador had one more comment, about kids and families that the rules don't apply. And
hmm
his own family, his nephew turned 18, and that was it. Um, I am not that person. I'm still giving like Nintendo cards to like 23-year-olds.
And I still give I send my kids money, but I still give them gifts. And
Yeah,
two of their birthdays is the 2nd and the 19th of December. But I still, I still give.
yeah, yeah. I have um like my little person, the youngest, he turns 15 on the 5th. He's still gonna get like everybody knows what to get him, and he's gonna get, and that's okay. And then he's gonna get again on Christmas.
let me
Uh,
tell you, you know what makes this easy for me?
oh,
My
you got
kids,
little grandbabies. You
my
guys
kids.
really have little grandbabies.
Oh yeah, with the grandbabies, they get everything, whatever,
Oh
whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
But with my kids, here's a gift card. Here's
That's
money.
that's me. Let me
Zelle makes
tell you
it easy.
let me tell you this.
Right. Zelle makes it easy. It's
Right.
no big thing.
Right.
So, but they're at that age now. Like honestly, I wasn't getting gifts since I was like junior high school or high school.
Really?
Yup. My mom's wasn't into that. It was like I told you, it was on some different shit. So it never bothered me either way. If I never got a gift again, I would have been like, okay. If I get a gift, I'm appreciative. I believe in birthdays more than any holiday
I agree with that.
because your birthday
You
is
know,
the most important day of
once
your
you're an
life.
adult, your birthday is the day.
Right.
Because like I get a lot of things for Christmas, but like on my birthday, I generally get to like pick exactly what I'm gonna get,
hmm
or like speak. Like most of the time for Christmas, except for the grab bag, like, oh, what do you think you want? The one year I got the spa robe. The other year I got this like charging station for my desk here
Mhm.
in my apartment, and you know those are nice. But like for my birthday, I turn up and you know I go place to place having cocktails and oysters, and which is like my thing, and it's better.
Because that's everything to you. Like the birthday, that's when you was brought to this earth. So that's the only thing I really care about
And that was
celebrating.
when civilization had its crowning achievement.
Look at her.
I'm
I hear you.
dead. Okay, guys, we
Yeah,
we
it's
have like
time.
2
Thank you,
minutes left.
Ambassador. Yes,
Thank you,
we
Ambassador.
really enjoyed having your comments. Please watch us whenever you like. Comment
Every Tuesday,
Come
this
back
is where
every
we should
Tuesday at
be.
7:30.
Eastern Standard Time. Your Excellency, ambassadors are excellencies.
No, ambassador is like a statesman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
statesman, diplomat.
yeah,
Yep.
diplomat. He's very diplomatic.
Mhm. All right.
So, do we know what next week's topic is?
Um, nope, but we will announce it very
I
soon.
got a good one for next week.
Okay,
Let's
tell
go.
us.
It's what my boy Whitehead was talking about.
Ooh.
What?
We could go back to the threesomes, the poly relationship,
Let's
all
talk
good
about poly. Let's talk
Oh
about
no, the threesome, the poly relationship. Does that work? Can that work?
yes. When you're a Mormon.
It
Okay.
works for a
On
lot of
that
other
note,
people.
thank you. Everyone have like a blessed and wonderful
Have a great
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Your
You
faith.
almost said Merry Christmas. I caught that.
I
All
love
right. Love you
you
guys. Have a
guys.
good one.
Bye.
Later.